just looks
It's
so
just seeing
silly.
it looks crazy.
Yeah.
Now, to top it all off,
We finish this demo experience. I take the headset off. Oh my god, it's so heavy.
Yeah.
It's the heaviest.
How
headset
heavy
you'll
is
ever
it?
wear.
That's just 3 ounces. Is 3 ounces a lot for a VR headset?
Are you shitting me?
Well, I pre-ordered the Apple Vision Pro, but it's like 150 grams heavier than the Meta Quest 3. So I've been thinking...
Only bitches wear Meta.
Nope, not a bitch.
Prove it. I don't know what it's been said.
I don't know, but it's been said.
Apple Vision on your head.
Apple Vision on my head.
I don't know what you've been told.
I don't know, but I've been told.
Meta's a bitch, so you better go pro.
Mad as a bitch, you better go pro.
Hey babe, can you pick Henry up from daycare today? What are you doing?
I'm watching a movie. Are you still there? Babe? What's up, Superhumans? BT here. Man, I haven't been this excited and worried, maybe at the same time, in a long time with any Apple product. I'm really pumped. I'm really excited at the potential of this thing, but there's so many unknowns. I'm going to give you the reasons why I bought it. One, it's a new piece of tech, and with my job, I kind of have to be involved in some way. I don't want to be late to the party, but that's not a huge reason. The huge reason was honestly the potential of editing from my MacBook Pro on a screen that's infinitely bigger, especially when I travel. So I'm taking a trip to South Africa pretty soon. It's a 17-hour flight. I'm really excited at the idea of editing and watching movies on this thing. And that would be the other reason I got it, was for the entertainment side of things. When I've got some downtime and I don't have much, being able to get comfortable and trying to replicate a theater-like experience. I'm a movie junkie, and I want to see how close I can get with the Apple Vision Pro. So those are the reasons I bought it. From a material standpoint, this is incredible. I'm not gonna lie, like this little D cup here, for your Apple Vision Pro. I mean, this thing alone is incredibly nice. It's like an Alcantara, like what you would line like the roof of your car in, like in a Lamborghini or something. Is it heavy? Yeah, it's got some heft. I've got an Oculus Quest 2. I would definitely say this is heavier. The whole reason I did this kit was because somebody like lost their shit because I said it wasn't going to be that much heavier than an Oculus Quest 2 or Meta Quest 3. And he's like, you have any idea how much 150 grams is? Yes, I do actually. And I told him to go train his neck. This is the piece that sticks to your face, right? And this is the piece that you have to fit to your face. That's why you do the 3D scans. But what I love about it is it's just magnets. And it's so... Oh, that is a good, I could do that all day long, for sure. So we've got an aluminum housing with vents right here. Vents that go over the top. Vents that come down through the bottom. So many cameras. There are 2 cameras on the bottom here. We got our digital crown. Maybe that's the power button. I'm not sure. 1 lens, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that you can see. Plus there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other looking sensors. So there's so much tech. Ugh. That's why they tell you to pick it up by these two spots, is because you saw how easily this popped off. I love how easily it goes on, but right. And then it's a fingerprint magnet. It's picking up fingerprints like nobody's business. I've not put this on. I'm assuming I'm gonna have to take off my hat. Look at that hat hair. But let's do this. Let's pop this off. They have these little pull tabs over here to help you do that. We'll slip this on. Now, this little dial right here, oh, it's making some noise. It says press and hold to align. So that's to align the lenses. But I can dial this up and get this very comfortable. And I will say, it is very comfortable. Press and hold to align. Oh, gave me a check mark. Here we go.
I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it.
I thought you would love this.
No. No. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is so wild. This is not what I expected. Oh my God, I kind of want to cry a little bit. She's getting out of the helicopter literally right in front of me. I could grab her backpack. But like, how do they make it look like this? Oh my God, do you know what I mean?
There's a screen right here showing me this.
And down.
And I've never seen anything more lifelike in my life. That is incredibly clear and sharp.
And close your eyes.
If you told me there wasn't a screen right there, I wouldn't believe you, other than when I put my hand here and it starts, I get like a weird transparency outline. So now I can just look at it. And it caught that! Holy smokes. Remove Apple Vision Pro to begin capture. Dude, this is nuts. For the next 8 hours, I explored everything I possibly could using the Apple Vision Pro, all while doing things I normally would. Wandering around the house, eating meals, and even pooping. This is incredible. I mean, if this is the future, I better get an early start. The realism of the interface, whether that's the home screen or the virtual screens that pop up for control center, messages, apps, etc., are just incredible.
Oh my God, this is weird.
And the tracking of those items and the Apple Vision Pro's ability to pin them to a location and keep them there will blow your mind. As a fun little experiment, I decided to go outside and pin a massive Lightroom window over my car. And then I took my one wheel and drove down the block as far as I could till I couldn't see it anymore. And I got hundreds of feet. I think it's pretty safe to say that most people buying the Apple Vision Pro are doing so for the entertainment. So how is it? Insane. To test this for myself, I hopped into Disney Plus and watched Guardians of the Galaxy 3. What's super cool is on the left-hand side, they actually have a section for 3D movies. Hell yes, I want to watch 3D. And it is hard for me to put into words to describe just how amazing that experience is. It sucks. I wish I could screen capture it and show you just how good it is, but for some reason, the Apple Vision Pro blocks out entertainment media when you try to watch it. But anyway, we have all been to a 3D theater and put those stupid glasses on and watched 3D movies. And with the exception of Avatar, I think everything has been somewhat meh. This is not the case. This is the most immersive, realistic, sharp, detailed, clarity-filled image I have ever seen. This is, it just stays, this is incredible. It's about 9 feet wide. When you're watching movies, you can also opt for cinema mode. I talked about Joshua Tree and the environments. Those are the environments that surround you and you can watch stuff in it and you can make it daytime or nighttime. I definitely recommend nighttime with movies. Although Joshua Tree can be pretty creepy. If you were to watch a very creepy movie in Joshua Tree at night, that would be a trip. But anyway, there's a cinema mode. So instead of being in that environment, you're like at a theater, and it darkens everything out, it pushes it away, and it makes it look like a theater screen. And next to actually going to a theater, this is the closest thing you'll ever come. I don't know about you, but to me, Apple made a really big deal out of photos. I was like, big deal, they're photos. And they've touted spatial photos and spatial video that you can take with your iPhone or the Apple Vision Pro. I don't have either of those. That's not true. I took a spatial video of Henry, and as soon as I posted it up, I got nauseous. Oh, okay, that's weird. So it brought up the photo that's making me queasy. I gotta get out of here. There was something about the angle and the depth. My brain just didn't like it. However, when I went into normal photos, you know what? Let me just show you what happened. Oh, there's a good one of me and Henry right there. Oh. Wow. That was unexpected. Yeah. I think it's honestly worth it just for these moments. It was this crazy, visceral, emotional, unexpected reaction I had to seeing that photo of Henry. I've never seen a photo like that before, and for whatever reason, it was almost like seeing all of the memories I've had with Henry instantaneously and a glimpse into the future. And my body just coped with it by crying. Really crazy experience. Also, being able to see one of my photos that I took with this anamorphic lens, which I love, so big, like it looked like it was in an art gallery, was the coolest thing I've ever seen. Whoa! Okay, that's the coolest way I've ever seen a photo. This looks like what I would see in an art gallery. Not saying my photo's worth being in an art gallery, just, it's like right there. This is where it is, like right here. This is the setup that I take with me when I need to work on the go. If I've got the room, let's say I'm just going to the coffee shop, then I'm going to bring my Bluetooth keyboard with me. It's mechanical, and I like it a whole lot better than I do the keyboard that comes on this laptop. I also have my MX Master 3 by Logitech. I love this mouse. If I don't have the room, I'll usually, like if I'm flying, I'm gonna bring the mouse and just type off of this laptop. The idea that I can seamlessly connect my Apple Vision Pro to this laptop and still use the peripherals and just have a massive monitor to do the working, to work off of, that's insanely exciting. But does it actually work that way? I've heard so many people having problems with third-party keyboards, mice, SSDs, etc. We're gonna hurry and take a look and see if it actually works. Just like that, it says connect. So we're gonna connect. Unable to connect to Brandon's MacBook Pro. We're connecting, it's worked. The laptop screen goes black, and now my virtual monitor pops up. And I can scoot that back and resize it to make it huge. Right now, I would say it's quite a bit longer than this desk, which is awesome. Notice my mouse is working. Let's see if the keyboard's working. Sweet, keyboard works just fine. Let's see, pop out of there. Now I've got an SSD plugged in. Hey, there we go. So let's hop into Final Cut Pro and look at that. I've got media, right? Like I need to put in a card, especially if I'm on a plane or something. We're gonna plug that in, plug this in. Let's see what happens. Does it pop up? It does. Canon card pops up. Sweet. I It's a little choppier, but considering how many layers I have and the fact that it's all red footage, 6K, I'm pretty happy with that. So here's like the whole edit. Man, oh man. I can be editing over here if I wanted to. And at the same time, I've got notes that I can go through. We can select all these because I did all of those. If I wanted to watch YouTube on this side,
search shall continue, but
here
I will
where I'm
make
going,
my video here.
and then in Google, you know, Burger King Whopper contest. Why not? This is absolutely bananas, and it really opens up possibility, and I think the Apple Vision Pro over the next year or so is only going to make this easier, and it's going to be able to integrate, hopefully, within other Apple devices even better. This is pretty cool. $1 million apps. That sounds great, doesn't it? Well, it's pretty deceiving. You've probably heard this, but the overwhelming majority of those apps are iPhone and iPad apps that they've made compatible. There are very few Vision OS specific apps. Bigger problem than the amount of apps is the fact that Apple is trying to grow this as rapidly as possible, that the QC is starting to suffer. There's another app called Bezel. Bezel's a really cool idea. It takes your phone and turns it into a Vision OS panel. So you can interact with your phone on a panel inside of the Vision Pro. However, I got it to connect once. I could see my phone. The moment I tried to open an app, the whole thing crashed. It never came back online. I've deleted both apps multiple times and reinstalled them, and none of them have worked.
Hold Apple Vision Pro at eye level. Keep your arms and shoulders relaxed. Align your entire face within the frame.
Oh man, my hair looks awful. Is this what my persona's gonna be? One of the most underrated features of the Vision Pro is actually something I hate doing on a normal phone, and that's FaceTiming. For whatever reason, maybe it's the fact that you can kind of be in reality, but still be somewhat anonymous. FaceTiming on the Vision Pro is tremendous fun. However, the persona that you create is just bad. The first one I showed you, I had a bad hair day and it gave me like a tumor of hair. The second one, take a look, it's basically welded my skin from my forehead to the brim of the hat. So that needs a lot of work. Not only that, but if you play around with the sizing and the distance of the people you're FaceTiming, especially if you pull them in really close and make them really small, it turns them into like tiny dwarf-like people. It's hilarious, but it's gross. The last flaw, which is actually a pretty big flaw and honestly kind of deceptive on Apple's part, is how this thing just does not work in the dark. If you get into a dimly lit room, it has a real hard time tracking your hands and also the tracking ability to place a panel. For me, I don't know about you, but a huge draw of this is to, at night before I go to bed, if I just want to quiet down and watch a movie or watch a show, put this on, it doesn't work. Once I do and I flip off the lights, it just says tracking failed, and that's what you're stuck with until the lights come back on. If you have to take a red eye or a really long flight, you're not in a brightly lit space. So for me, unless this is a one-off, but I know it's not because I've talked to 2 other friends that are having the same issue, this just isn't gonna work for me. And that is a major draw of why I bought it, and to not be able to use it kind of blows. Editor Brandon here. While I've been editing, I've been using the Vision Pro to pull up, additional panels, but work on my computer like normal. I'm not connecting to the computer through Vision Pro for a virtual monitor. And something that's been happening for the last day or so is that when I go into Final Cut Pro, it glitches out hard. It stops responding, the audio stops working, it freezes, and then basically like dies. And I have to exit out of Final Cut Pro, and I come back in, and it's really choppy, but it plays like butter if I turn off the Vision Pro. So there's a new one. After 120 hours after first trying this thing, where do I stand with the Apple Vision Pro? I'm conflicted. On one hand, the entertainment side of things is absolutely incredible. Also, using this as a virtual workstation is so much more enjoyable than I thought it would be. Many people have asked me about the weight. Personally, it hasn't affected me. I train my neck. And the solo knit band, even when using it 4 to 6 hours a day, has been very comfortable. Honestly, it has been incredibly fun to use and even more fun to share with other people.
Dude, this is wild. What?
How crazy is that?
That's pretty unreal.
Yeah.
I mean, this is freaking
On the other hand, I'm pretty disappointed with the way Apple portrayed this device. It is disingenuous at best. The field of view is not what they advertise. The low light performance is not what they advertise. The ability to take this on a plane might not be what they advertised. And they finagled their way around the app situation. Maybe some would call it misrepresented. But they straight up lied about the way your eyeballs are seen through the Apple Vision Pro. Now, whether or not that's a feature you want, that could be debated, but they definitely lied about it. And as to be expected, there are a lot of bugs. One that I found just recently, when you connect your Apple Vision Pro to your laptop, the audio comes through your computer and not those amazing spatial speakers that are built into the Apple Vision Pro. So why go with the Vision Pro then? The potential of what this could do if you are in the Apple ecosystem could be massive. So yeah, I'm conflicted. Honestly, maybe more frustrated than satisfied, but I gotta remember that this is just the beginning. Thank you so much for watching. I really tried to share a practical, honest look at the Apple Vision Pro. I know Vision Pro content is just being puked on YouTube right now, and it's all pretty superficial, so I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to hit the like button and consider subscribing. Plus, I know you're going to have questions, and I would love to answer those, so write them down in the comments below, and I'm gonna do a follow-up video answering all of those questions. Thanks again for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.